Hi everybody, my name is Bree and welcome back to my channel, Bree's Arts. So you can see that we have a little bit of a change of scenery today. I am sitting in my veranda, which is a screened room that faces the lake. This is absolutely my happy place. I love it. I spend all of my time out here in the summer. So because I got my veranda all set up, I figured that I would make some decor just to spruce it up a little bit. Now, I've used mostly Dollar Tree items this time around, so I really hope you'll enjoy them. And you'll see that I use something a little bit different in one of my DIYs. It is going to shock you, but it turned out so amazing. Now, with that being said, let's get into the first DIY.
Okay, here we go. DIY number 1. Now, we're going to take one of these signs that I got at the Dollar Tree, and you can see here I'm using the jumbo popsicle sticks from Walmart. So the one I've already measured to fit inside this frame, and I'm just marking that off with my pencil. You saw that I put all of those popsicle sticks together with some masking tape, and I just used my miter saw box thingy to cut them all together. So I'm just placing them here just to make sure that I have enough, and I didn't. So just cut one extra there, and we'll just throw it in. And here, just taking some white chalk paint, we are going to paint the inside of this. It actually took 2 coats to completely cover all of the letters and whatnot. And then I'm also going to paint the entire frame. Now the frame also took 2 coats, and that didn't quite cover it, but I liked that because it gave it, a little bit of a distressed look. It wasn't full coverage over that black frame. And I did the 2 coats in the center. I know that we're going to be covering them up with those craft sticks, but I wanted to be sure that you can see any of the lettering coming through, only because the popsicle sticks do not completely butt up to each other. So, cover them up and make sure you can't see that in between. And of course, we are going to paint up all of our craft sticks here using the chalk paint. I only did 1 coat though on them. That's all really that they needed. And here you'll see this is a still frame. It is a still frame because I lost all the footage of my putting the popsicle sticks in on this frame. So basically, take your hot glue, put it along, put your craft sticks in. You guys are smart. You know the drill. You know how to do this. It's really, really simple. But you get to look at this still frame instead of, the video of me actually doing that. You're welcome. And so I got these rolls of the faux leather at the Dollar Tree. I love these. They are amazing. And this blue is gorgeous. You notice that my veranda is blue, so this leather was absolutely perfect. So what I did is I just measured out a 6-inch square of the faux leather, and we are going to put that in the center of our sign here. And this was a big test. So I used some permanent vinyl and I printed off "Stay a While" on my Cricut. I had no idea how it was going to stick to this leather. I was praying that it was going to work. I had no idea. And check it out, you guys. Oh my goodness. It worked like a dream. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. I was so happy. I was so happy. And now, just centering that in the middle of our sign here, and I'm just going to grab my hot glue. Now, I wish I would have only gone around the edges of the leather with my hot glue, but I did this really dumb squiggle in the middle. Don't do that, because then you can actually see it in the middle, and it gives it a little bit of a texture, it pops out a little bit. Don't do it. Just go around the outside for sure. But just secure that down. Looks great. Oh my goodness. And then I'm just going to take some thumbtacks here and put them in the corners just as a finishing touch. And I actually did have to use my hammer to pound them in, but they went in no problem. And it just gave it that final detail that just made it look amazing. I love this piece. It's so easy and it is so cute. Isn't it great, you guys? Oh, check it out. Love it. Okay, DIY number 2. This vase I got at the Dollar Tree, and what I'm going to do, just take some chalk paint, and I am going to paint the entire top portion of the vase, like probably about 3/4 of it with my white chalk paint. Now you can spray paint it if you want to. I actually kind of wanted the brush strokes to be showing because I did want this to kind of have an authentic ceramic look and make it look kind of way more handmade, I guess. And then I'm taking my Parisian gray, and we are just going to distress this just a little bit. Now I took my chippy brush here, and I'm just going to go around like the middle of the vase, not all the way up, because I wanted it kind of to go gradient a little bit, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I'm just distressing it and going across with my chippy brush, kind of fading it out as I go up the vase. And of course, if you go a little bit heavy-handed with the gray, you can always go back with the white and, you know, make it look exactly how you want it to look. But look at that. Looks great. And now Nantucket blue. Oh my goodness, you guys, I cannot wait for you to see what I've done with this. It's absolutely crazy. So taking some of my Nantucket blue chalk paint, putting it into a bowl, and then I am going to use some of the baking powder that everybody's been doing on YouTube, just to give it that texture, and just mix that up really good. I just used a little craft stick. The ratio was about 1:1 for sure with the chalk paint to the baking soda. And if this is the texture that you are looking for your vase, that's all you have to do. But no, I needed more. So mix, mix, mix. And I'm taking this duster that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to snip off some of the fibers from this duster. The fibers are really, really fine. And just, you know, grab as many as I thought would be good. You can see the amount there. Now, you will notice that once I put it into the paint, those fibers absorbed a lot of the paint. So I do end up having to put in a little bit more paint just to give it a little bit of a better texture. And watch this. And then I dump it. Oh my, just a mess. It's all over my hands. But it's so worth it. So just mixing and mixing and mixing. And you see that amazing texture that it is giving this paint. And then I do add a little bit more baking powder to the mixture just to get, you know, the right consistency that I wanted. You do whatever it is that you want, but you guys, I'm so impressed with myself. I love this so much. So Now I'm going to literally scoop this because it is very, very thick. And I'm just going to lay it down with my paintbrush. And I'm just spreading it out along that bottom portion of the vase. So you can see here, I'm legit scooping it on. It's very, very thick, and then just kind of spreading it around, giving it some amazing texture all the way around the bottom of the vase. And then at the top, like it's obviously not a straight line. I didn't want it to be completely straight, and just giving it that amazing texture. Just watch. It's, I'm so happy with it, you guys. Dab, 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 glob, glob, glob. Scoop and plunk it right on there. And that Nantucket blue, I've said before, it is my favorite color. It is so gorgeous. It's like a steely blue almost. But of course, if you don't have Nantucket blue, or you don't like blue, or you want to do this in a pink or a gray or a yellow or a red, like whatever, this is all for inspiration. This just gives you a new technique to maybe use to cover one of these vases up. So you can see here, I'm just painting the bottom of the vase as well. And I have it upside down. This was a happy accident. I left it to dry overnight upside down, and check it out. The fibers with gravity kind of went down the vase. It is stunning. Stunning. I love it.
Hey guys, I'm just popping in here really quickly to remind you that I am so close to 5,000 subscribers. And once I reach 5,000, I will be doing my giveaway. So make sure that you keep your eye on my community tab and on my Instagram. I will have my Insta linked down below. Now let's get back into those DIYs.
Okay guys, last one, DIY number 3. Now we are taking these adorable little palettes that you get from the Dollar Tree. They are a little bit rough, so I did end up sanding them down. I didn't mind a little bit of roughness, but these were rough. So using my sanding block from Dollar Tree as well, just giving them a quick sand. And taking my white chalk paint, I am just going to paint the tops and then those little bars that come down, I guess, in between the planks, I guess, of the coaster, essentially. And then I am going to paint all of the sides up as well. I did not want to get into the middle. It's very difficult to get into the middle, number one. And number two, I liked a little bit of that natural wood kind of poking through. So there you see all 4 of them painted up. And this tissue paper, I just found it at the Dollar Tree. How perfect is this paper? It's so gorgeous. I love the plaid. And so what I'm going to do, we are going to decoupage. I'm just cutting out the tissue paper to fit onto the little coasters there. And you just kind of have to eyeball it. Like, they line up pretty good on there with the 2 lines, I guess. Like, they go into the corners and whatnot. I just loved this pattern. It's just so perfect for my veranda. Now, keep in mind too, Dollar Tree has tons of different tissue papers or napkins or anything else that you want to put onto these coasters. So of course, Mod Podging and laying those down. I did leave out one of these slats. It's the second from the bottom because I do not want the tissue paper to be Mod Podged on that one. I want to leave that white, and I do that for each and every one. So I'm just trimming it up, and then I will cut with my exacto knife in between each of the slats to get the paper loose, if that makes any sense. So basically just cutting away or cutting down in between the slats so that I can get in there with my sanding block and I can sand away the excess. So here I'm sanding it down, and you see you go in downward motions. You don't want to go upward or back and forth because you will crinkle or even remove the tissue paper. So just go in downward motions and you will get off all of the excess on the edges. Now, in between the slats, I did have to go back and forth, but I did it very, very carefully, very slowly, just to make sure that I didn't bring up any of that tissue paper that was on. And you can see, like, just take off the slits, you're good. It worked out absolutely perfectly. And you can see there that I did leave one of them completely white. So you do that to all four of them. And then of course, Mod Podge over top. These are going to be coasters. So the Mod Podge seals it in. You know, hypothetically, you're going to be putting cold drinks on there, right? So you don't want any of the moisture from the glass that you put down to wreck your coaster. And then the Mod Podge also, you know, adheres the tissue paper even better onto the coaster. I absolutely love this technique. I decoupage everything. And the tissue papers and napkins at Dollar Tree are gorgeous. So many options, so many different patterns. Ah, love. So here I am, I'm just sanding it. I think this is the second one that I was doing. So just giving you another demonstration of what I did before. There we go. And now, of course, I am going to take a little bit more white paint and my chippy brush. I just wanted to distress it down just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more dimension, a little bit more character, make it look, you know, old, worn, you know the drill. Oh, I love these, you guys. I just think they're so cute. Okay, so we are going to stencil on here. So the words that I used are relax, unwind, chill, and calm. Those were the words for each one of the coasters, because really my veranda is a place to relax, chill, unwind, and be calm. And using the Nantucket blue, look how perfectly it went with this tissue paper. You guys, I cannot get over it. How awesome. So here again, you know, just doing the stencil with the 813 stencil vinyl. I got it on Amazon. I will link it down below. And I'm using my Debbie brush from the Dollar Tree. I've said it before, you guys. This stencil vinyl, it weeds like a dream. No bleeds. How gorgeous. So of course, because I did paint over the words, we're going to put one more layer of Mod Podge. I want to make sure that these do not get ruined by any type of beverage that might be sitting on them. So, you know, the more Mod Podge layers you put on, the better, just to protect them. And you guys, that is it. How easy is that? And how cute are those? Ah! All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers, my old subscribers, my new subscribers, anybody who takes the time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you so much. And remember, I am just here for inspiration. So if you want to switch up the colors, absolutely. If you want to switch up the tissue paper or use a different napkin or anything, like, I am just here to hopefully inspire you. And if I have inspired you and you have made any of my DIYs, I would love to see them. Please DM me on my Instagram and I will 100% do a shout out for you. Now, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, do me a solid. Tap that like button, maybe subscribe, tell your friends, all of that jazz. Stay tuned for the gag reel. Bye, guys.
This is my absolute favorite place to hang out, relax, just chill, and to look out on the lake.
How many ads can we put?
I love the lake! It is absolutely my favorite.
I couldn't with the.
I know, I had to zen. And there's a car coming. That's gonna show up on the audio. So you can tell by the change of scene. Car. Will you stop? Will you stop, please? Ever stop? Never stop?
Nope.
Don't stop. The birds do be chirping. All right, so you can tell by my... Oh my God. Now, the DIYs that I've done this week are for the veranda. I don't think you're very funny, Abigail.
Ow! That hurts me. It hurts. It's like a stab. Et tu, Brute.
So, oh. It is my absolute favorite place to be. Do you hear the seagulls? Oh my God. And the boat. These are the sounds of the beach, you guys. Boats, quads, seagulls, street sweeper. Oh my goodness. It must be the weekend.